Good afternoon, Oviedo. I'm Tyler Walpole, and today is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. We use a lot of software and technology in our TV production class, but there are various electives around campus that use technology and softwares. Reporter Robert Bellamy takes a look at some of these electives.
Technology is used all around the world and in many places like our schools and in our classrooms. But using programs like computers, cameras, Adobe, and more in our classrooms. In digital design, they use Adobes and computers to design logos and more.
In my class, digital design, technology is really what it revolves around. We have different programs that we use, different software. We try to keep up with the newest types of computers that we can use, that we're able to purchase at any time. And when it comes to like software and stuff, we're always changing. For example, we use the Adobe Suite, which is a business grade software and technology, and like every year that's updating, so we need to keep up with current trends. The biggest thing with technology though is you've got to be able to keep up with it moves, and it moves so quickly.
We all know newspaper and how it tells us the news and more, but how do they make it? In newspaper they use programs and printers and more to help them make the newspaper that we all read.
So we use technology a lot in the classroom for newspaper. We use our Mac lab, which is actually going to be behind the camera, which I'm sure we'll get some good shots of. But we use InDesign and the Adobe Creative Suite to produce our newspaper, which we produce about 12 pages every 6 or so weeks. We utilize a lot of Google Docs as well. We love Google Docs because it automatically saves, and we make sure to keep all our good work that we've worked on, and we don't lose any of it. We even use it in English for our testing and for eCampus. Has so many good features for it for testing and for submissions for assignments, so we don't actually lose them in a turn-in bin, which we know can be a big problem. You don't want to work on something for so long and then have it be lost. But yeah, we use Adobe all the time in our classroom for newspaper and for Journalism 1. Right now they're making a magazine in InDesign. So a lot of students are figuring out how to just the beginnings of Photoshop, the beginnings of InDesign, which are industry standard across the board, which is how any magazine you see gets made.
Technology is used all the time now to help us learn and make new things, and especially in school. Classes like digital design and newspaper uses technology to help us make and do more things in the classrooms. With WROR-TV, I'm Robert Bellamy.
FutureGen is holding a toy drive for the nonprofit organization Love for Ladybug. Their mission is to support children with cancer, and you can help them by dropping off new or gently used toys for boys and girls up to 18 years old in the front office. This is the last week to send in your donations. Hey seniors, voting for senior court is now open on the Class of 2021 eCampus page, today through Monday, April 5th. You may choose up to 6 guys and 6 girls from the candidate list generated from your nominations to represent the senior class on the court. Candidates with at least 3 original nominations made the final list. Results will be announced Monday afternoon, April 5th. Friday will be the last day to purchase senior formal garden party tickets at $50. Prices will go up to $60 a ticket on Monday. If purchasing online, it will be $50 until Sunday evening. Get your tickets today. Click the link on the Senior Class of 21 eCampus page for details and registration. Up until next Thursday, we'll be airing messages from the top 10 from the senior class. Today we have the 7th ranked student, Bethany Jablon.
I'm Bethany Jablon, and I'm ranked number 7 in the class of 2021. The first time I drove a car without a passenger, and the first Oviedo Historical Society board meeting attended by a teenager, fell on the same night in January of 2020. At 14 years old, I was a student volunteer, and at 16 years old, I was the youngest secretary in Oviedo Historical Society history. 2 years of listening and learning at member meetings provided me an understanding of the love shared between native Oviedo citizens for what was once a small town, and enabled me to cultivate my own love for a city that was growing in population as I was still growing in height. 2 years of initiating volunteer projects and monthly farmers markets had earned me leadership skills. 2 years of teaching Oviedo citizens about the orange grove down the street and its role in Florida's booming citrus industry forced my confidence to blossom. Yet there I was, at a long table of notable Oviedo citizens, whose glances convinced me that I was still coming up short. The president of the organization had given me a seat at a table of women who had known every inch of Oviedo before I was born into it, planting seeds of doubt under every seat that night. Still, she insisted that I share my thoughts, eager to highlight the value in a student's perspective and excited to incorporate the demographic whose stories had yet to be told on the walls of the Lawton House. The president's compassion enabled me to bridge the gap between myself and the rest of the board, to realize that I deserved to speak among them. My unique outlook makes me an asset to a group of people whose years in Oviedo outnumber my own. Being the youngest means I have a great deal to learn, a great deal to share, and a great responsibility to advocate for similarly underrepresented groups. In my 4th year with the Oviedo Historical Society, I continue to observe the variances among members that enable any organization to flourish, and I encourage each of you to raise your own voices, to use it to uplift the voices of the unheard and the underrepresented. After all, that's how history is written.
Hey Oviedo, I'm Riley Finnegan here with today's O-Town update. On Monday, girls varsity lacrosse fell to Haggerty 12-1. Avery Anderson won 10 of 14 draw controls. Varsity boys volleyball lost to Lake Mary in straight sets. Last night, varsity softball defeated Windermere 4-3 in extra innings. Boys varsity volleyball was defeated by Lake Howell in 5 sets, and both girls and boys water polo beat Timber Creek in the district semifinals. Girls won 14-8 and boys won 19-7. Varsity baseball defeated Lake Mary 13-4, and boys varsity lacrosse won 17-0 over Apopka. Tonight, boys weightlifting competes at East River in the district meet. Water polo plays in the district finals at Lake Howell. Beach volleyball takes on Lake Howell at Lyman at 3. Softball hosts Apopka at 5 and 7. And varsity baseball hosts Bishop Moore at 6. Make sure you come out and support. That's all for sports. Now back to the studio.
That's all we have for you today, Oviedo. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And as always, go Lions.